Hello Aquarius. Welcome my dear beautiful Aquarius. This is your horoscope for June 2026, and June is a very interesting month for you because it begins with social energy, communication, friends, invitations, groups and future plans. But then, little by little, the focus shifts toward work, health, daily routine, love, friendships, and finally, one of the biggest blessings of the year, Jupiter entering your seventh house of love, marriage, partnerships, and important people. So Aquarius, June 2026 may be a month when your social life becomes active, your work and health sector needs attention, your love life begins to open, and by the end of the month a completely new relationship cycle begins for the next 12 months. So let's begin. At the beginning of June, we are still feeling the energy of the full moon that happened on May 31st in your 11th house. And this full moon will be active during the first week of June. The 11th house is the house of society, communication, friends, groups, communities, social media, online connections as well, future dreams and events where many people gather. So Aquarius, during the first days of June you may be very involved with other people. You may receive an invitation, you may go to a birthday party, a wedding, maybe some concert, a theater, a stadium, a conference, a seminar or some kind of group event. This can also be communication online, because the 11th house is not only about personal friends or people you meet face to face. It is also the house of the internet, social media, followers, communities and online learning. So you may be very active online. You may communicate with a group. You may participate in some webinar or a course, a conference or some kind of collective project. And Aquarius, this full moon may also bring clarity about your friendships. You may understand who is truly your friend. You may understand which community feels right for you. You may see which people support your future and which people no longer belong in your next chapter. Also, the 11th house can bring introduction through friends. So maybe your friends introduce you to someone special. Maybe you meet someone through a group, an event, or a party, or online. And for some Aquarius, this can even be connected with love, dating, or children, because the 11th house can also show social joys, celebrations, and events connected with children. For example, like a birthday party or family celebration as well. So, the first week of June can be socially active and emotionally revealing. On June 2nd, Mercury enters your 6th house, and Mercury will stay there for a long time until August 10th. And the 6th house is the house of work, daily routine, responsibilities, health, your habits, colleagues, employees, clients, assistants, and your pets. So, from June 2nd, Aquarius, your mind may become very focused on work and practical tasks. You may need to learn something new at work. Maybe like a new program is installed on your computer. Maybe you need to understand a new system. Maybe you receive like new instructions for something. Maybe you meet new colleagues, or maybe there are like documents, emails, schedules, contracts, or work-related conversations. But because Mercury will go retrograde at the end of the month, some documents may need to be like corrected, rewritten, reviewed, or signed again, but a little bit later. So, there can be many conversations, many tasks, many little changes connected with your work and your routine. For some Aquarius, this can also show vacation planning or changes in your work schedule. Maybe by the end of the month, when Mercury turns retrograde, you go on vacation, take time off, or change your daily rhythm. The 6th house is also the house of health. So Mercury may bring like more attention to your body, your habits, your food, your sleep, your schedule, and like your stress level, and your general well-being. You may decide to return to a healthier lifestyle. You may start eating differently again. You may try to quit smoking, for example. You may begin running, walking, exercising, or going to the gym. You may return to check up, like blood tests, a doctor, a dentist, or some kind of medical appointments. Also, the sixth house rules pets, so some of you may be thinking about a puppy, a kitten, or another pet. Maybe you choose an animal, maybe you take your pet to the vet, maybe you need to organize something connected with your pet's health, food, documents, or care. Now, Aquarius, from around June 6th to June 10th, we have a very beautiful and lucky conjunction in your 6th house. Venus conjunct Jupiter. The exact energy is especially strong around June 8th, 9th, and 10th, but you may begin to feel it from June 6th. And this is one of the most beautiful aspects of the month. Venus is the planet of love, money, beauty, pleasure, harmony, and small happiness. And Jupiter is the planet of abundance, expansion, blessings, gifts of destiny, and big happiness. So when Venus and Jupiter meet, it is like two planets of happiness coming together. And for you, Aquarius, this happens in the 6th house. Work, health, routine, pets, clients, your colleagues, and your everyday life. So this can bring very good news at work. For example, like a problem may be solved more easily than expected. You may receive a nice offer, you may get a helpful client, you may receive money through your work, you may get profit from a task, service, project, or job. For some Aquarius, this can bring fast healing or good health news. Maybe you find a good doctor, maybe a treatment works well, maybe you finally find a routine that supports your body. And because Venus is also love, some Aquarius may even meet someone through work. Maybe through your office, maybe through a client, maybe through a colleague, or like through your daily routine, gym, clinic, co-working space, or place you visit very often. So June 6th to 10th can be very lucky and very beautiful days for work, health, pets, and even love. On June 14th, Venus enters your 7th house and will stay there until July 10th. And Aquarius, this is wonderful. The 7th house is the sector of relationships, love, marriage, partnerships, business partnerships, any kind of contracts, agreements, clients, and important one-on-one connections. This is the house of your husband, wife, a romantic partner, business partner, and also people with whom you negotiate directly. And when Venus enters the 7th house, she brings harmony, love, beauty, peace, attraction, and support through other people. So from June 14th to July 10th, your relationship energy becomes much softer and more romantic. If you are in a relationship, this can bring more warmth, understanding, tenderness, and harmony. You may spend a more pleasant time together. You may receive a gift from your partner. You may talk more honestly. You may feel loved, valued, and of course supported. If you are single, this is a very good period to meet someone, to go on dates, to open your heart, and to attract someone who brings beauty and joy into your life. And Venus in the 7th house is also very good for business. You may receive profit through another person. A partner may help you, a client may bring money, you may sign a contract, you may negotiate good conditions, you may make a deal more easily. So from June 14th, Aquarius, this is a beautiful period for love, marriage, business partnerships, any kind of agreements and cooperation. On June 15th, we have a new moon in your 5th house. And your June already has a strong love theme. The 5th house is the house of love, romance, dating, joy, creativity, children, pregnancy, hobbies, your holidays, pleasure, and self-expression. So this new moon may open a new chapter connected with love. You may begin dating, you may receive an invitation, you may meet someone, you may feel more romantic, you may want more joy in your everyday life. For couples, this can bring a new romantic phase, a special date, a trip, or a conversation about children. For some Aquarians, this new moon may bring news connected with children. Maybe good news about a child. Maybe you are applying for a new school for your children, or to the kindergarten, any courses or activity for your child. Maybe there is a new beginning in your child's life. The fifth house is also creativity and hobbies. So you may begin a new hobby, you may start drawing, singing, dancing, cycling, acting, creating content, writing, performing, or doing something that opens your heart. On June 21st, we have the summer solstice. This is a very powerful day energetically. This is like a portal, a turning point, a moment when the forces of light become very strong. This is a beautiful day for rituals, intentions, prayers, manifestation, gratitude, and asking the universe for what you truly want. Aquarius, use this day consciously. Write down your wishes, light a candle, meditate, spend time in nature, and ask the universe for guidance. Set your intentions for the second half of the year. On June 22nd, the Sun enters your sixth house. So again, the topic of work, health, routine, clients, colleagues, responsibilities, and pets become highlighted. The Sun brings light, visibility. The Sun shows what needs attention. So after June 22nd, you may receive clarity about your job, your schedule, your daily rhythm, your health, and your responsibilities. Maybe you understand what needs to change. Maybe you see what is not working anymore for you. Maybe you get good news connected with your health. Maybe you receive recognition at work. Maybe a client, colleague, or employee becomes important. The Sun in the sixth house often helps you organize your life better. So this is a good time to clean your routine, improve your habits, plan your work, take care of your body, and bring more order into your everyday life. On June 29th, Mars enters your fifth house. Mars is the planet of action, energy, movement, passion, courage, and initiative. And your fifth house is love, romance, dating, creativity, children, holidays, hobbies, entertainment, and joy. So after June 29th, you may become much more active in these areas. You may go on a date, you may travel for love, you may take action in a romantic situation. You may organize an event, a dinner, a celebration, a performance, an exhibition, or something creative. For some Aquarius, this can show sports, competitions, physical activities, dancing, cycling, or something very active that brings joy. If you have children, Mars in the fifth house can show more activity connected with children. Also sports, events, trips, summer programs, or simply more energy spent on them. Mars can also bring passion, so your romantic life may become more intense. But be mindful, Mars can also bring impatience, so in love, with children, or in creative projects, try not to force things too much. Use this energy for action, passion, joy, and creativity. Also, on June 29th, Mercury stops and turns retrograde in your sixth house. Mercury will be retrograde until July 23rd. And of course, we remember that during this period, it is usually not ideal to buy electronics, sign very important documents, start major new projects, schedule important surgeries, or make big decisions without checking everything very, very carefully. Mercury begins to slow down from the middle of June. So if you have something very important, a surgery, a major contract, a big purchase, a car, an apartment, important equipment or documents, the better dates would be shortly after the new moon, around June 15, 16 and 17. After the middle of the month, Mercury will already be slowing down, and by June 29th it turns retrograde. For you, Aquarius, Mercury happens in your 6th house, so this can bring old work topics back. Like old clients may return, old problems may come back to review. A project may need some corrections. A document may need to be rewritten. A work process may need to be reorganized. A schedule may change. A colleague or assistant may return. You may go back to an old job. You may return to work after your vacation, maternity leave, or a break. This can also bring old health habits back, but here you need to choose wisely. You can return to a good habit. You can restart a diet, for example. You can go back to exercise, or you can continue your treatment. You can repeat medical tests. You can finish something connected with health that you postponed. But be careful not to return to any unhealthy habits just because they are familiar. And on the same day, June 29th, we also have a full moon in your 12th house. This is very important, Aquarius. The 12th house is the house of ending, closure, healing, rest, solitude, hospitals, retreats, spiritual cleansing, subconscious emotions, foreign places, and everything that happens behind the scenes. So the full moon may bring a strong need to rest, withdraw, release, and complete something. This can be the completion of a project. You may finish something behind the scenes. You may clean your home and throw away unnecessary things. You may release old emotional baggage. You may finally close a chapter that has been draining your energy. The 12th house is also connected with hospitals, retreats, healing places, and spiritual practices. So this full moon is very good for a retreat, a spa, massage therapy, healing sessions, meditation, prayer, or spending time near water. Some Aquarius may go through medical examinations or health checkups. And now, the biggest news of the month. On June 30th, Jupiter enters your 7th house. Jupiter is the planet of abundance, luck, expansion, blessings, wisdom, generosity, and gifts of destiny. It is like Santa Claus in astrology. And Jupiter will enter your 7th house of love, marriage, relationships, business partnerships, clients, agreements, and important people. Jupiter will stay there for 1 year from June 30th, 2026 until July 27th, 2027. So, this begins a very important 12-month period of relationships. Your relationship sector begins to bloom. If you are single, this can be the year when you meet someone significant and very important for you. You may meet a person who opens your world. Someone generous, kind, successful, foreign, educated, spiritual, very important may enter your life. You may begin a serious relationship, you may receive a proposal, you may get engaged, you may get married. If you're already in a relationship, Jupiter can bring growth. You may move forward together, you may travel, you may make great plans, you may improve your relationship, you may feel more supported by your partner. This is also a powerful year for business partnerships. You may attract good clients. You may sign important contracts. You may begin a collaboration with someone. You may work with someone who helps you to grow. Jupiter in the 7th house brings blessings through other people. And yes, the 7th house is also the house of divorce. So now for some Aquarius, if a relationship has already completed its purpose, Jupiter may help you separate more peacefully, more legally, more fairly, or even more successfully. Sometimes Jupiter does not only bring marriage, it brings freedom from a partnership that no longer supports your growth. But in any case, Aquarius, from June 30th, a very powerful relationship cycle begins. People become the door for your blessings. So Aquarius, June 2026 is a month of many layers. This is not just another month. June may be the bridge between an old routine and a new relationship destiny. I wish you a beautiful, blessed, healing, romantic and successful June. Love you, my dear Aquarius. Sending you a big hug. Bye bye.